Hi, my name's Walter Montero. I'm a real estate and mortgage agent here in Cambridge, Ontario, and I've had the privilege of serving our community since 1987. Over the years, I've met some great people here in our community in many different businesses and walks of life. Some, of course, are well known, and others are some of the best kept secrets in town. So the purpose of this podcast is to share and introduce them to you. Welcome to the I Love Cambridge podcast. We have Nicole Rick and Rick Duffy from the famous Ernies Roadhouse. If you love Cambridge, you gotta love Ernies Roadhouse, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I guess we call it famous, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about what's going on up there and how you guys have fared through this coronavirus and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So we didn't stop at all, despite talking about it and agreeing on it, that we would probably take a little break when it first all came about, but we just jumped right into doing takeout.
Okay.
So we managed to survive by doing takeout initially 4 nights a week, and there was enough demand that we increased to 5 nights a week. So we were going Wednesday through Sunday with just limited hours in the evenings, but it was enough to kind of keep us afloat. Just Rick in the kitchen and myself out front, answering phones and getting the orders ready to go. So we managed to go until Ford announced that we could open on July the 17th. So unfortunately, our patio didn't qualify as a proper patio space. We weren't able to open then. We made the decision to not extend a patio into the parking lot or on the street, and wanted to wait it out to see how much longer that was going to take. And luckily it was fairly quick when he announced that we could actually open our doors. So I think we're headed into week 6 now of being reopened. Yeah, it's been nice to be back. It's been really nice to have people back in the building again.
Awesome. Very good. So are you guys back to full service, full hours and in the whole bit?
No, we're still fairly limited. So before COVID hit, we were doing 7 days a week from 11 a.m. until basically 2 a.m. We've reduced those hours fairly substantially. So currently operating Wednesday through Sunday from noon till 10 p.m. And Sunday's closing at 8. So just less of the late night kind of party and more daytime business. So
perfect. Very good.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about your establishment there is those doors that you got in the back, like the garage door. You got those things fully open through the summer here?
Absolutely. All the time.
Yeah, all the time now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, people
Very
love
good.
that space too. It's a great spot to go out, and it was really unfortunate that we weren't allowed to open that as a patio when they allowed patios to open, but that's okay. It's functioning now and usually pretty busy.
Good, very good. Now let me ask you a question. How long has Ernie's been around?
So Ernie celebrated 40 years.
Wow.
Was it last summer?
Just last summer.
Yeah, last summer. So initially they opened in June of 1979.
Okay.
And just celebrated 40 years. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. And what's the most famous item you have on the menu? I know what I go there for, but
what do you order when you come?
I always order wings.
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of wings. We go through a lot of wings.
I bet. Yeah, I'd have to say
we've
some
got a
of the
couple
best in
things that
town.
I would say that we're famous for. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, we do a good volume of wings. We make our own pizzas, so we serve a decent volume of pizzas. And we actually just won an award for our burgers. So
really?
we were awarded, we just got the prize today in the mail for from Heinz Ketchup, awarded 100 places in Canada as having their best burgers, and we were one of them. Yeah.
Well, they know a little bit about hamburgers, I bet.
A little bit, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
They asked for recommendations, and one of our nice customers mentioned our name, and we won, and we were super excited about that. So.
Yep, very good. Now, do you guys still you guys still do darts there and all that kind of stuff, or?
Yeah, so our dart boards are still there. My league obviously ended back in March, so I'm still waiting to find out whether the dart league will start up again and whether that's an option. But yeah, dart boards are still here. We haven't quite started up live music yet. We did a lot of live music before we were shut down, but we're not quite back onto that path yet.
Very good.
Just, again, moving cautiously.
Yeah, very good. Any anticipation as to when that would happen, or to be announced?
Just, I'm going entirely on gut feel.
Yeah, no, I totally
I'll wake
get
up
it.
one morning and decide it's time, and then we go.
I totally get it. So, what are your roles there? What do you folks do there?
So I'm owner operator.
Okay.
So I don't know, owner, general manager,
Cook and bottle
Take care of
washing.
everything.
jack of all trades.
Yeah.
What is it? Master of none.
Yeah.
And Rick is our head chef.
Okay, terrific. Very, very
Yeah.
good. Very good. And so, I take it you're not the original owner then, of course, right?
No, I'm not 40 yet.
Yeah, I was talking to Rick, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, funny you should ask. Yeah, no, I started out with the original Ernies and the Ernie and the Nesbitt families, who was the original Ernie. Ernie Nesbitt was the original guy that started this place up. So it's gone through a couple ownerships, but yeah, Ernie Nesbitt was the original man that owned it. I started way back with him many years ago. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Now, I knew from time to time you'd spot some NHLers in there. Is that still going on?
Oh gosh, I haven't seen an NHLer in here in a long time.
Well,
I think before my time.
okay.
But yeah, there's still lots of hockey. We still
Yeah.
have a lot of hockey teams that come in. We'll say it this way. We've got a future NHLer likely that comes into Ernie's.
Yeah.
We just
Very
don't know
good.
it yet.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good.
We're a
Very good.
hockey bar, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's terrific. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
lots of hockey
it's
teams
nice
come
to
in
have
after
that
their
on.
games.
I'm sorry, I cut you off there, Nicole. Can you say that again?
No, that's okay. Yeah, we get a lot of hockey teams in, booking their, after their games, after their tournaments, year-end banquets, all of that. So
Yep.
we're a sponsor and home bar for the Rivulets. So we've got a big hockey following here.
Very good. So what inspired you to get into the restaurant business, and more importantly, take on such an important role as the owner of Ernie's?
Oh gosh, it's always such a tricky question. Well, I'll tell you how I got into the industry, because it's kind of a funny story. I worked at a bakery in Guelph, and the bakery that I worked for, I really loved it. I loved my job there. And the owner asked me one day what I wanted to do with myself when I was done high school. And I said, I want to buy you out one day and own your bakery. And he laughed and said, well, that's fine. You can do that, but you have to go get an education first. And the University of Guelph has a really good hospitality program. So you should probably go there. And I did. And so that was it. I applied to Guelph and I went for their hospitality and tourism program, and obviously left the bakery and didn't end up staying there for too much longer. But I've always had hospitality kind of in my blood, and I love what I do.
Yeah, it's
my
a
husband
fun environment.
Yeah, it is. My husband grew up in Cambridge, so he knew about Ernie's, and was out with some friends one night, and they kind of got to talking about the fact that it was up for sale. And from there, it was beg, borrow, steal until the point of getting it. And so that was 4 years ago we took over.
Very good.
And yeah, it's been a great experience. Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. I'll tell you, owning a restaurant is not for the faint at heart.
No. Well,
No.
I definitely have a few more gray hairs and a lot more wrinkles than I did when I started, but
Oh, well, that's good. Now, Rick,
I'm enjoying
you
it.
said you've been there since the original owner. Is that right?
No, I haven't been here since the original owner. I've been here for the last 2 years. I started my culinary career with the original owner.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Any secret recipes or sauces that you want to let out of the bag, or?
No, everything is made from scratch though in the kitchen, and we make everything homemade. We don't bring anything in pre-made pretty much. And everything's good. Love our burgers, love the wings. Pretty
Awesome.
proud of those 2 items. And yeah.
For sure. And the other great thing about that environment is that I noticed that families, you get a lot of families in there, a lot of young families. The kids seem to enjoy the atmosphere, and
we do. We have a lot of families and a lot of people that kind of know us by name, and a lot of times the parents come in and say they asked the kids where they wanted to go and they picked Ernie's. So
Yes, of course.
it's flattering when that happens, because you
Yeah.
know that's something. Yeah.
Well, my kids are adult children now, but I remember them making the same request.
Did they? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's nice to hear.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
that's great. So is there anything coming up that you'd like to make anybody, make our people aware of, or?
Yeah, so Rick has been chosen to go to the World Food Championships, if all goes well, in Dallas
Oh, wow.
in November. So if COVID can hurry up and get out of there,
Yeah.
he's got a trip to Dallas planned. So
Oh, very good.
yeah, representing Ontario.
Wow,
And
that's
Canada.
great. That's terrific.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Going down to compete in the bacon division.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to send over any samples, I'll be happy to take some.
All right, then we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I've been testing away right now and getting my recipes all ready to go. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
pretty excited about that.
Now, is that a North American competition, or is it global, or?
No, there's 42 different countries coming in. There's 10 different categories. 10 different categories, and so I submitted in for 3, and then they take your highest score, and then away you go. So I've been going in for Team Canada for the bacon division.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that sounds pretty exciting. Well, good luck.
Thank you. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And
And in terms of Ernie's, there's I don't think that, I mean, we're just chugging along. We're happy to be reopened. Like I said, happy to have people back in the building and get to see a lot of our regulars back again. We missed them while we were shut down. I mean, I got to see most of them doing takeout, but certainly not the same when we're, only interacting for a few minutes. So yeah, we're happy to be back in business and hoping that things continue to go well.
well, that's great. Well, yeah, you've got a pretty loyal client base there, so they tend to make that their regular stop, I guess, through the week, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Sure.
We know a lot of people based on what drink they order and what their meal is.
Yeah.
Most of them don't even have to tell us anymore.
Yeah, I can tell by who's here in the crowd just by looking at the chit orders now.
That's very funny. That's awesome. Well, that's great, guys. I mean, anybody, being in the real estate business, we get asked about restaurants all the time, and especially in the Hespeler area. I said, well, you've got to check out Ernie's if you haven't already, but
Yeah.
everybody seems to know about it for sure.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. And
Good.
we appreciate it too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
No, that's great. So is there anything else that you'd like to make our listeners aware of, or a question that I didn't ask you that I should have? Nope, I think you froze.
I think, well, as I said, we're getting back into the swing of things. So our features are still running. So make sure to check the website. We've got wings on Wednesday. We do a burger night Thursdays, fish and chips on Fridays. So keep an eye on that.
Okay.
We're getting back into, as I said, hopefully it won't be too long before we're back into our live music. And on Thursday nights, we used to always do rock and roll bingo. And so we're talking about getting that started up again shortly, hopefully in September. So again,
Awesome.
Facebook, Instagram, we update those all the time, as well as our website. So
Awesome.
the activities will keep coming as we continue to get back into business.
Okay, perfect. And the website is erniesroadhouse.com.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And on Facebook and Instagram, both at Ernie's Roadhouse.
Okay. Is there a phone number as well?
Sure. 519-658-9562.
Very good. Well, very good, guys. I really appreciate it. Rick, Nicole, I appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Cheers. Thanks.
All right,
Talk
take
to you
care.
later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.